Hello and welcome to this edition of Oh God, Why Do I Like Fishing? Just let me get this rod settled in. I'll walk you through the gear and all the usual stuff. Okay. Nice. And I'm back. Right, let me explain, right. Today I have gone back in time all the way back to the 80s, right. And back then there was meager pickings of gear, right. There wasn't really proper CTs or anything like that around available in Ireland anyway. And we didn't have all the gizmos that people depend upon today, right? A bait clip was a thing of the future. At least to me, a young boy anyway. And I learned as I went, as I met people along the beach. There was no YouTube or anything else like that. It's not to sound like an old dog, but we learned on the job, as they say. Right, and today I've got what I had back then. Probably a little bit more fancy. I did use a multiplier. It was an old Abu 6500 with the level wind removed, so it could actually cast a decent distance. But today I've got the Meg 525, yes, loaded with 40-pound mainline, and it's got a 100-pound braid leader. All hail the 525. Hail! Right, and I've got Yabu Hellbender, right? Yes. I don't even think Abu were making surf rods back then. Probably not. My first rod was an import from France, of all places. Cannot remember what it was called, but it was a lovely rod. Actually, I still have it. It is so old that the name is gone off it, and I can't remember what it is. Back then, yeah, there was no fancy tackle boxes or anything else like that, right? Plastic bag, yes. With everything you need right in there. That's what I had. Just a few rigs, a plastic bag. I had a plastic pipe instead of this fanciness here, but works just the same. You can't take them onto the rocks like you can the spikes, right? Even the spikes I use for rock fishing, just jam it in somewhere, get the rod on there, flying. Only one rod as well, because I was just a teenager, right? And just to prove that these tactics will still work in Norway today. Where I'm fishing today, I'm not casting very far, and in fact when it gets dark I'm going to limit it to just like 15 meters or so, just to get the fish that come in real close. There's a lot of bait fish right down here, in along the edge here. And the cod and whatever else come in real close in the night time to hunt there. If you're fishing out there, there's no fish because they're all in here. It's as simple as that. How do I know this? Because I've tried it before. You can sit here the whole night, catch nothing. They're all in there. All those small fish swimming around attract the attentions of all the cod more than the scent of your bait all the way out there. And I will show you the rig when it comes in. It's a hake rig, is what I call it, because it's just a giant 2-hook clip down rig, right? 2 8/0s, very heavy mono, 100-pound snoods, 100-pound rig body. Short, and it doesn't tangle, and the fish is great at close range. If you want to cast at a fair distance, you can forget about it. The most you'll get out of it is 60 meters. So the baits today are actually herring, both frozen and fresh. I got a couple of herring, fresh ones, but I couldn't get any more, so I was forced to go to the supermarket and buy some. €3 worth of herring there. That's it. And whatever's in there, okay? So I got a couple of fresh herring and a couple of frozen herring, right? That's the baits today. And this is also to prove a point that when you come to Norway, you don't have to go crazy on baits, bring a peeler crabs, blueies, whatever. Just, you know, just mackerel, just herring. Pick it up here in the supermarket if you have to. The fish don't care. So you can get plenty of bait in the supermarkets if you run out, at least. If you want to bring bait, that's up to yourself. But me personally, I either catch it or I just buy it in the supermarket. Right, simple as that. So yeah, everything's done apart from the rig, right? I call it a hake rig because it's my interpretation of what a Polish guy was using, kind of. His was more like potluck, and I decided to condense down what he had going. He had, I think it was 6 hooks and 6 rather large baits, and I wasn't catching anything because I was out too far and I only had 1 large bait. Just the sheer volume of scent coming from his rig is what drew the fish in and allowed him to hook up when I wasn't, apart from also I was casting too far, right? And another problem was I was fishing too much elastic on my bait as well. I did get a couple of hits, but nothing came of it because hake don't like the elastic. If you've caught a few of them, you begin to realize that the elastic is actually a big deal, especially when you're fishing at short range, because they come into the shallows to eat one particular fish, the whiting. And they like the whiting because whiting are actually, funnily enough, found at great depths as well. Sometimes you can catch whiting here in Norway at 80 meters deep. Believe it or not, it's mind-blowing, I know, but it's happened to me many times in the past. Fishing into 80 meters of water, get a great bite, because you know a whiting bite, especially on braid, looks fantastic. Get it in, £2 whiting. You're like, no, that wasn't that fish. Yes, it was. So yeah, you can get whiting all the way down to 80 meters. And the hake love them. They prey upon them. Just can't wait to get their teeth into them. And just the other day, I was fishing for herring for bait and mackerel. And I kept on hooking a load of whiting towards the evening. And it is that time of year. It's September. It's a little bit early in September, but I'm a little bit further north than I usually am when I'm fishing for hake. So you never know. Fingers crossed, I might get a few tonight. So it's low water soon. And when I see hake biting, it's just before low and just as it begins to rise. By the time it begins to rise, it will be dark. And I'm hoping to get some hake. That would be truly a fantastic thing. 2 hake videos. Oh yes. And on top of this, they taste fantastic and they fight like crazy. And if it's not that, I'm definitely guaranteed a cod here. Best cod here, I think, is almost 15 pounds, right? I'm only fishing one rod. There's not much room here, as you can see. I mean, yeah, you don't need much anyway. So I'm fishing double hooks. So it's almost like fishing 2 rods, right? So I'm waiting for the fishing to start. That's what I'm doing. And as soon as I need to rebait this, I'll give you a look at the rig. It's a very simple affair, I swear. Well, I should talk more about the rod, because a lot of people are probably under the impression that you need the highest level of tackle to come and fish here in Norway. Not at all, not at all. I've seen people land great big halibut on budget 3-piece rods, right? And the rod here, it can definitely handle one as well. This one here, yeah, that's the specs on it there. Right, not even 13 feet long, right? 4 to 8 ounces. If you put an 8-ounce lead on that thing and you tried to cast it, the rod would go, and about a week later the lead might follow it, maybe. It's not casting 8 ounces anyway, not with a bait on it anyway. You don't need anything special here, right, in Norway a lot of the times. Fishing off a pier or anything else, generally the ground is quite clear off it, right? Unless you're throwing like huge baits like I do for halibut and you want them to fish for over an hour or something, you can get by with something like that, absolutely no problem. Just something basic like that will do 99% of the angling here in Norway. The Polish boys were a real eye-opener to me. They came down there, many marks I fished with them, just budget stuff. And they're hauling out fish like nothing else, right? There's me standing there, thousands of euros worth of tackle, blanking. So it doesn't really matter, right? If you want to get a big bait somewhere though, you do need to go to the higher end of the scale. 99% of the time, no, not really. If it's just cod and that type of thing you're after, just a budget rod, a few hooks and a reel, and you'll be good. I know a lot of people already have the gear and they don't mind bringing it over here, but if you're just looking for a holiday here in Norway and you don't want to invest too much money in it, don't overthink it. Just get some basic tackle, come here, enjoy yourself. You don't need to be a pro to catch great fish here in Norway. That's what I'm saying. Okay, I fished this mark many times before and I just give it a scope. So that's the mark, the scoping done. Forgot to talk about the water, right? Just out there, easy chuck, 14 meters of water. A little bit over that way, 20 meters of water. But like I said, when it comes to darkness, the fish will be in the shallows. And if you're fishing into the deep water, you'll catch nothing, or very little at least anyway. And this is my experience. If you're having a hard time here in Norway and you're not catching anything, throw it short. You might be surprised at what happens. This pollock that I caught, nothing was happening that night. Casting out into 30 meters of water, 15 meters of water, far out, not so far out. In the end, I just lobbed it off the end of the pier. Didn't take it, just a few minutes, boom. I'll put a clip in of me catching that fish. Or is that too close? We'll find out. Oh shit, we got a fish, boys. Oh yeah, we got a fish. Oh yeah, feels really nice, really nice. Whoa, whoa, Jesus. I don't know what this is, lads, but it's take and drag, whatever it is. We got the leader now. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going under the pier? Oh, it's a huge pollock. Whoa, it's a big pollock. Oh, it's huge. Oh, it's a huge pollock. I'm gonna see if I can get him in now. Whoa! How would you like them apples, boys? Look at the size of that. That must be £10. Nice. There are the scales. Put them down. £11.7. That's not too shabby. I can't believe it. Yeah. There you go. Fantastic, right? So nice fish. Great fun to catch. So the whiting are on it. Whoa. That's just a small fish. Yep. And so it goes. That bamboozled me for quite a while when I first started using braid. I thought it was like mono land and that was a decent fish. No, it's not. And that's what you can look forward to when you change from mono to braid. But if you have no experience of it, you spend a lot of time running around the place thinking you got a halfway decent fish. 150 meters out, you get a bite like that off a flatfish, and that one's just down there. So you can be guaranteed it's just a little teeny tiny fishy. Okay, I'm going to check on this guy. He seems to be jumping around a lot and I don't want him to die, so let's see if we can get him off the hook. Plus he's probably eating all the bait off it. Ah, he couldn't find the hook anyway. Should have known better. Anyway, we'll get it out again. Yep, no bait left. Stripped. So it's definitely a good sign the little guys are there. So we get some bait on this. Do you want to see that? So yeah, I've just got one piece here. I've already caught it. It's got no skin on it, just two pieces like that. And the baits will get bigger if they need to be, but for now that's fine. No fancy bait elastic dispenser or anything, right? I just keep it in a plastic bag, pull it out of there, right? And if you go to order something from the tackle shop, right, and they don't have the type that fits in your dispenser, well, you don't have to worry because you just got a plastic bag, which most of the time comes with the bait elastic anyway. So yes, the rig, like I said, as simple as it could be. That's the hooks there, right? Mustads snelled on. The elastic can bite in there. Don't put any elastic on the bait on the hook itself, just up the top. That's it. I'm not casting it very far, so it's not really an issue. And it's got a relay clip there. Yes, and it's just got another bait clip on the sinker. That's it, right? And I do have fish with skin on it if I need to put a bait out further with no elastic on it or less elastic. Just one more time. You see, look, that's why I put the snell on it, so the elastic will bite in there and hold it where it's supposed to. So I go above the eye of the hook as well, and then down below. That stops it from shooting down or up, for that matter. Okay, there you go. I would prefer lead weight with fixed wires, but I didn't bring any with me. So that's the first one. Here's the second one. Nothing to it. I will do a tutorial on how to make these clips one day, but it's not very complicated. Let's get this guy in the water. So ratchet on, tighten up, take it out of gear. So 2 baits in, no fish up. I never really get fish here until after dark anyway. But I'm looking forward to when the darkness comes. So it's lashing rain now, as predicted in every one of my bait fishing videos this season. Fantastic. But I've just retrieved the rod. I'm going to rebait it, I'll show you that. So I'm changing the way I'm baiting up. It doesn't seem like the hake are around anyway. And the crabs were eating the bait off, and the hagfish were eating the bait off the hooks really quickly. So now I'm going to do it this way. It's quite simple. This herring has got no skin on it, so it's not particularly tough, but there is something you can do about it. It's very cheap, you can get a lot of it, and it works really well. What I do is I get the bait and I slice it down the middle like that, just halfway through, right, just so it folds over like that. And then I get the bait elastic, the herring. I don't use baiting tools. If you like them, that's fair enough. I want nothing to do with them, just more gimmicks that I don't really need to waste my money on. And that's it. And this just allows me to get it onto the hook a little bit easier than normal. You see, it's not curling or anything. I don't know what people talk about. So I just take it and just through one side of it. That's it. And then I rotate it around so there's as much gape of the hook left as possible. And then I just whip it onto the shank there. That's it. Work my way up. Nothing complicated about it. That would get you a cod or whatever. So that's normally the way I do the herring baits here, if I'm not targeting hake, right? Cod will take that absolutely no problem, or haddock or whatever, right? Halibut, if there's one around. So that's the next bait going out. That's it. That's all I'm casting, right? Something decent. Find that hook eventually. There we go. The water's not deep here, right? Right where that bait is right now, there is as little as 6 meters of water. So this will give you a demonstration about how close these fish will actually come here to the shallows, like I said in the beginning, to pick off the little guys, right? So you could even catch halibut that close as well, depending on what venue you're on, right? A lot of the piers in Norway, they're swimming along the base of the piers eating crabs, believe it or not, like right down at your feet, right? I've hooked many of them there. So it seems to be a theme this year, the whole rain thing. Yep, I've never had to deal with so much rain in Norway ever. Have I? Not sure, maybe I have. Not sure. Anyway, so just a few bites so far, nothing to write home about, because it's just small fish. Waiting for the darkness to come and the tide to start to rise again. It's quite a decent tide right now, big tide, 2.5 meters, a little bit over actually. There are droves of small fish out here, and they're making fishing quite difficult, to be honest with you. But all I can do is just let them do whatever it is they do until something comes along and just eats them or the bait that's on the hook. You probably wouldn't even notice that with mono, right? But with braid you see absolutely everything, and plus I'm using a braid leader. Don't do anything until something is heading towards the horizon with your gear or your fishing rod. Hopefully not the fishing rod, right? That's why it's out of gear, alright? It's infuriating, but I will get a decent fish out of here tonight at some point. It's just exhausting. It's also one of the reasons why I'm only using one rod as well. It's not a place that most people would think to target large fish, but it is one of those places where large fish come. This is where the food is, in this little bay here. In November there is a type of fish, I'm not really sure what it is, it's not herring anyway, but maybe it's coalfish, but they come here to spawn in their thousands. And if you want to see that video, I'll link it in the description. I think it's called Cod at the Red Shed, and you can actually hear them all on the surface spawning, and the cod were in that night to eat them in their numbers. Big fish as well, nice. I reckon one time I'm going to get that 20-30 pound fish out of here, no problem. Just out here where that ferry's going, there's over 300 meters of water, so there could be easily that fish of a lifetime here, no problem. Stay tuned. So I've just been picked up. I don't know whether it's a good fish or a bad fish or what kind of fish it is. I think this one might actually be pretty decent. Yep, good fish. Oh, a really nice fish. Oh, that's a really nice fish. I'm going double anyway. I can't film the rod tip, you couldn't see anything anyway, and I have to look where I'm going, so you'll have to bear with me here. Oh, it's a really good fish. It's over here somewhere. And also just get rain all over the lens of the camera too, and you wouldn't be able to see a stitch. Oh, yeah, it's a really good fish. Right, I'm going to see if I can get this guy in without gaffing him. See if you can get a glimpse of him down there or not, without me killing myself. The water's really low right now, so I'm going to walk him along down here hopefully he won't come off. He looks like a double anyway. You see him? So I'm going to have to do this the old school manner. Death defying stuff. Okay. Oh, he's a beast of a fish. He's a double anyway. Okay. So that's my guy right there. Yep, he's a double all day, man. Nice fish. So I am going to keep him actually. Going to give a look at him first. He hasn't been harmed, so I can return him. So there he is there. I don't know. Give him 10 anyway. Nice fish. Yeah. So that's my dinner for the next couple of days anyway. Nice. So I get my guy into the drink. We'll find a safe place to do it. In he goes. Leave him there to bleed out. And hopefully the hagfish won't get him. Or the crabs. Don't matter. So yes, that's nice fish. And here are the next 2 baits going out. They're half a herring fillet each. So I'm going to get this bait in and see if we get another fishy. The next cast produced a Patrick and a slimy hagfish snot ball. Nice. Okay, so this is going to be the last cast. I've had a few casts now and run out of bait. Last cast coming up. Here's the 2 last baits right here. So that's another half a fillet of a large herring each one, and out is about to go. So yeah, it's been a hell of a night. Has the weather let up at all? No, it hasn't. I still managed a decent fish so far. Do I get another fish? That's the big question. So stay tuned, fish heads. It's all about to kick off. Maybe. And it is kicking off, just like I said. I swear to God, I just turned the camera off and now we're on. Right, so let's see if we land this last cast fish. Get this light up. There we go. There he goes, right. And of course it's lashing rain, just to make things extra stupid. Eyes off, bugger. And we leave it then. Damn, last baits as well. Damn. So if anybody's like thinking to themselves, oh, I could do that. Catching the fish is the easy part. Catching them on film is the hard part, right? Just to get this out of the way here. Stay tuned. So here we go again. Come on now. I lost the last fish because I'm trying to catch it on camera for you guys. That's the way it goes, right? Right, we get that ratchet off. See if we get a fish now. Yeah, I think he's there. Yes, he's there. He's there, all right. He's a big boy. He's last cast fish, right? Oh. This one's bigger than the last one. This rod's nice and soft, so I don't sound like I usually do. Those heavy rods, oh man, they make those fish. But it still feels really big though. Oh, don't lose it. Oh, it's a nice fish. Oh man, it's a good fish. Right, I'm gonna put up the camera, the light now. Here, he's right down here. Oh, he's a beast. You can't see because my hands are in the way. Oh, he's a beast. He's even bigger than the last one. Right. I'm gonna see if I can return this guy. Let's give you a shot of him. Oh, he's an absolute beast. I'm gonna see if I can return him. Oh, he got him. Hopefully he hasn't swallowed the hook. Oh, he swallowed the hook. Maybe he swallowed it. Yeah, there he is. Beast. Well, Slippy. Oh, he's a beast. Yeah. He's come with me too. Anyway, so there he is there. 9, 10, maybe even 11, I don't know. I get size blind after a while. So he's a nice little fish. Little fish, yeah. Anyway, so that's him. So there's my guys there. Lashing rain, nice big fish. Do you remember what I said you could do with just basic budget tackle? No fancy tripods, no fancy rigs, right? No fancy baits. €3 I spent on the bait for these fish here. That's it. Right? If you come here with using the knowledge that I have shared with you, you can replicate these results, no problem. I don't know about the weather or that, but you can definitely catch the fish. I hope you liked it. I'm Billy, this is Billy in Norway. Wherever you are in the world, remember, I'll see you on the beach. Bye.